People have unconscious dynamics, and because they are unconscious, they are unaware. Certain tendencies, even those leading to destructive choices, go unnoticed, as they are unaware of them. They have no idea at all. I don't know. Let me give you an example. A person might be in the early stages of incubating a serious infection, an illness that could develop into an irreversible condition. But they are completely unaware of it. They don't realize to have a condition that is progressing without their knowledge. By the time they become aware, significant damage has already occurred. I have heard many such testimonies. And I see the same pattern on a psychological level. People need to experience something tangible. I provide you with ways to become aware of what is happening within you, so you can bring it to the surface. Once it emerges, we work with it. But to work on it, it must first come to light. But how does it emerge? Through this stimulus that for me is primary and that Harinamajapa provides. In this era of widespread corruption and degradation, in the upheaval of the rules, where sacred values have been removed from society, people are sinking without even realizing it. You have to be careful, because if you tell them, they will simply turn around and ask, "Who is he talking about?" They don't even recognize that the message is for them. This lack of awareness leaves them blind to what they are experiencing and how they are living, thinking and acting. They are unaware. Yes, they vaguely sense that it may lead them to risk, to degradation, to ruin, but they see it as distant. They perceive it as something far away, but it's not. It's right around the corner. Also, I believe I've said this many times before, but I don't mind repeating it, because I feel there is a need for people to understand. Time does not exist, and space does not exist. What we do have is an opportunity, one we risk losing. The opportunity to eliminate harmful patterns. For example, smoking or drinking alcohol. Yes, people know these habits are harmful, but they believe they have plenty of time to stop. Yet time does not exist. Destruction happens immediately. Imagine if you could show them, those holding a glass of alcohol, a cigarette, some drugs, or hard substances, the real impact, like in time-lapse videos, where processes are accelerated so to see the effects immediately. People lack the ability to foresee the long-term consequences of their actions. That is why we must provide them with tools to recognize what will happen before it happens. But time does not exist. Everything is here and now. Reality is consciousness itself. People believe they have time, but they are mistaken. Everything happens in the present moment. This concept is not easy to grasp. Next time, I'll say this at the beginning of the seminar. So we have time to clarify it further. Everything we covet in this world, wealth, power, sex, luxury, honor, whatever you desire. Take gluttony as an example. For some, life revolves entirely around eating. Seneca describes cases where people eat so excessively, they forget whether they've already eaten. They eat, yet they are never truly satisfied. They go to the bathroom without even knowing if they need to. Some people live completely lost in their habits. This is something I personally witnessed. I've met people completely unaware of their condition. Hegel, in the Phenomenology of Spirit, gives similar examples. Some believe that cork oak exists just to provide caps for their champagne bottles. People dwell in their stupidity. I'm sorry to put it this way, but it's the truth. There's a stronger Tuscan expression I could use, but I'll refrain. People live unaware, they don't understand. They go through life in a purely instinctive way, like animals. Our job is to awaken their awareness. But they cannot see the negative unless we first give them the opportunity to see the positive. Positive and negative are not just medical terms, like in blood tests or medicine in general. Rather, we need to allow people to have a transcendent experience, a higher taste paradrate v naivete. As Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, only when one gains a superior taste. Paradugvit is a gerundive of the verb to see, from which Dra and Darsana are derived. Krishna says that only a higher vision allows one to comprehend what is happening at a lower level in the earthly world. People live confined in their own minds, trapped in illusions, unaware of reality. I don't say this to offend anyone. It's not about looking down on others. Rather, we must meet people where they are, not stand above and wait for them to rise. This is why I established the Centro Studi Bhaktivedanta. It was born from the need to reach people. I don't know if I answered your question fully, but what seemed most urgent to highlight is this. People don't know what they are doing. Let's put it this way. They think they know. One is an engineer, another a chemist, another a physicist, another an artist. They all think they know what they are doing. Yet, they are trapped in a bubble, a fragile illusion. And when that illusion shatters, I've seen it happen. Through years of working in hospitals, with terminal patients and their families, I have seen that moment when the illusion breaks, and suddenly, everything they built vanishes. The entire world they believed in crumbles. They realize it was nothing, just an illusion. Don't think you'll always stay young, always stay healthy. We are not meant to stay young. In the body we are meant to rejuvenate the spirit, to return to a state of ever fresh, eternal renewal, as Srila Prabhupada said. People want to keep their bodies fresh. They panic in front of mirrors. They disguise themselves, dye their hair, erase wrinkles, and repaint their faces. If you look at it with true vision, it looks like a madhouse. They dress up, then change again, always moving in that slow motion I told you about. If you're short on time, if people around you are rushing, of course, I'm a creative person. I speak like this, but I hope you grasp at least part of it and maybe step out of the matrix.